think we are live, everyone. Let me just double check and make sure. Okay, I'm trying to see if I need to fix my webcam over here. Let's see real quick over here. We should be good, hopefully. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we should be good, guys. Okay. Yes, okay. So, yes. Hello, everyone. nintendonurse back once again. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully y'all are having a good day. Welcome Grace and Kiddo if you're still around. I do appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully y'all are having a good Wednesday. Today marks officially 1 week until Christmas. So definitely excited about that. And yeah, so hopefully everyone's having a good day. It's midweek also already. So, yeah, we're halfway done through the week, guys. We can make it to the weekend, hopefully. But yeah, let's see. So, anyone in the chat? I don't think not for now. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so yeah. Hello, guys. So yeah, welcome, guys, again. Finally, I'll be able to make use of at least this hat for once on stream. Sorry, actually, I don't think I actually put it on correctly, but trying to fix it right now. But hopefully, yeah. So today we're gonna be just doing something real quick. It's gonna be a quick discussion. Not really too long. It actually be one of the shortest ones I've ever thought of about it. But yeah, at least I'll be able again. Well, Christmas sense because usually with the gaming streams we can't really do because of my headphones. But that's pretty cool. Glad I'm able to actually make use of this at least once. But yeah, so hopefully y'all having a good day. I do appreciate you sticking around for this. So today's gonna be a little bit of kind of again. It's gonna be short. It's not gonna be that long. It's actually gonna be hopefully one of the shortest ones that we have done. Because yeah, for today we're pretty much done with abnormal psychology. We've gone over through so actually I don't even have the book. Sorry, it's because I forgot about my textbook real quick. So yeah, so we are pretty much done with abnormal psychology. Actually, let me see over here. Yeah, you can see that. We have gone through mostly on opposite side over here. Hold on. There. Yeah, we have gone through basically all this book in one semester. I mean, we did kind of miss several things, but I just wanted to. But I mean, before we kind of get into that, I just want to talk about in general, how it was this semester for me in terms of like this class in particular, and kind of like reflect on that. So when I started doing this, I didn't really think that it would, I guess, make any difference. But I mean, I've had some people at least let me know that they learned through this and they have learned some new things, and they've actually appreciated these type of discussions, which again it does mean a lot to me, which I do appreciate it. But I figured what I mean. Those some reasons why I started this discussion series in the first place. One, because, and I think I kind of mentioned this in the beginning when I started, but again, it's kind of like an overall, view of why I created this discussion series, and why I've shared it with you all so well up to this point already, and pretty much why I'm glad that actually I did do this in the first place. But today, I mean, yeah. So if y'all know, if y'all remember, I think if I did show this in the very first discussion of this subject, it's because one, it was kind of the most interesting class, a more medical based class than any of the other psychology classes I was taking this semester. Because, for example, this semester I was actually taking abnormal psychology, which of course that's what I'm sharing with you all. I've also done human motivation. Unfortunately, though, for that, it's more based on like theories and like specific types of people, and kind of like what we kind of like what motivates us to do what we do. And I figured, okay, now it's not really that interesting that I can actually share as far as like an everyday life experience, or just pretty much show pretty much easily with you all. There was also social psychology, which I was also taking this semester as well. However, it really wasn't that as much as what I expected, really. I thought we actually learned a lot more about like relationships and things like that, but it was more. It regarded toward more like, I guess you can say sociology a little bit more per se. I mean, we did kind of go like basic like into relationships and um, partners and things like that, but that was not until like the very end of the semester. So I guess I'm kind of glad I did skip that one as well because there really wasn't much I could probably uh, talk about with y'all on that. Um, and it's pretty much that's all that we I was able to think of. So I thought, what, since I'm a nursing student, and even though these are kind of like more my not elective classes, but these are for my minor, I figured, okay, you know what? Why don't we just do abnormal psychology? It has something to do with the medical field. While also kind of dealing with mental health, which again, it's something that I personally believe in a lot. Um, and if you've kind of like seen well, I believe you've seen my Twitter posts, or if you've seen any of my previous live streams, I have mentioned several times that I do believe, as a nurse in general, well, as a future nurse in general, um, that I feel that mental health is not it is as important or even more important than physical health. And I do really believe that because without uh, if our mental health is not good, obviously our physical health will be getting worse as time goes by. So, and I mean, they kind of just like connect with each other. I mean, if we have depression, like we talked about, um, you may not eat a lot, you may not even be able to sleep, you may sleep more, you may gain weight, lose weight, things like that. If you have eating disorders, kind of goes falls in the same thing. Your hair may pull out. Females may have irregular periods. So again, it kind of goes hand in hand. I mean, those are just two examples off the top of my head. Um, but it really does, And actually, let me move the camera up just a little bit. Sorry about that. It's because hopefully you can see my hat a little bit more better now. um, but yeah, it really does go into play with each other. Um, and it's something that I'm happy that I actually did share this with y'all as much as I could throughout each week that we learned something new. Um, and you know what? Throughout this whole semester, and I guess I'm gonna go through all kind of like overview of like wait, oops, it falls again. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see here. Okay, we're still good. Okay, for some reason, kind of like disconnected for some reason. Anyway, but yeah, so we've gone through basically it all. We've done anxiety, we've done stress, we've done depression, we've done suicide, we've done bipolar, we've done eating disorders, substance use and addictions. We've done schizophrenia, personality disorders, even some with the lifespan, such as ADHD, autism. What else? Specific, age related, more towards children. So we kind of pretty much gone through everything that I could, go through with you all. Um, there is some things that I actually did skip out on. For example, there is like a chapter that's based off of um, and I mean, I'll say this because I mean, even though I am a family friendly channel, I do, as far as medical based, I do want to cover even some of the sensitive topics. Well, not sensitive, but a little bit more of the, you know, uh, personal, I guess you can say. Well, not personal. I don't want to say that. Some of the sensitive topics, pretty much. For example, like sexual and gender related, disorders. Um, Such as regarding either like the genders of like the LGBT community. There's some regarding like sexual performance. For I mean for again trying to be get the message out there. As far as like erectile dysfunction for males, menopause for women. Things like that. Obviously when that's a little bit more of the older age side. That we did skip out on, and I mean, and those kind of, I mean, I could have gone over it, but still, kind of regarding that, I figured, okay, let's skip on that for now. Um, I think that'll probably be of a better topic when I'm actually in the program, and I'll probably be a little bit more better at that time on discussing and probably like making a little bit more shorter live streams or videos regarding what I want to know y'all, let y'all know about. And then there's another one, for example, like we skipped out on as well, which was the lifespan disorders for old age. That one I was kind of originally planning to go into, but uh, because the semester already ended, and my resources for online have kind of shut down. I was not able to kind of go in time for that as what I hoped to do. But the main things for that one, just think of Alzheimer's, dementia. Obviously, when you're an old age or the elderly, a lot of people tend to become more depressed at that time because they don't have they don't have like the energy, and they well, not energy, but they feel, a lot of them do feel like they aren't young anymore, and they can't do a lot of stuff that they wanted to when they were little. um I'm sorry about that, guys. Okay, here we go. But yeah, that's another chapter that we did kind of skip out on. But again, if you want to know more about that, just look up stuff for that, regarding that kind of stuff. At least we kind of went over the children and adolescents one. I think that is the most important because I feel like, I mean, obviously all of us are young. At least I hope to imagine. I know some a little bit more older, but I mean, yeah, we're kind of like getting out of that, teenage years, into early adulthood, you know, the 20s, late 20s, early 30s at the most. But yeah, I figured, okay, let's cover that because I think that's very important to discuss. Childhood and adolescence, abnormal psychology, mental disorders. So I'm kind of glad that we at least went over that chapter. Um, but besides that, I mean, yeah, that's, again, we kind of missed some stuff, but I'm glad that at least we went over some of the major ones, and I was able to share with y'all from my perspective of what I wanted to talk with y'all about. Um, Now I guess kind of going over into like how these streams were planned out. No, I know they are not perfect. I've had I know I had even a good feedback, which I do appreciate the feedback regardless. That some of these are a little bit longer than they should, than they should be, which I will agree, they definitely are. Um, and I mean, I guess to I mean I mean to kind of be real with you all. Yes, I do know these are a little bit longer to listen to, and to probably like even understand probably. Um, but unfortunately, it is the best I could do for now. I don't have any experience in terms of like video editing or like how to make an actual, I guess, YouTube video. The only thing I've actually ever done was just like straight from my phone, which was at the beginning of the semester. Um, and unfortunately, that was the best I could do in terms of like making a video. Um, but to kind of make like a whole video dedicated like on a discussion, that's completely different. That's definitely like too advanced for me right now at the time, and that's kind of why I do these streams instead in the first place. And that's because, again, I don't have that much experience in terms of like video editing or like even making a video. Um, I really don't know how to do that, and I feel that it is a bit more. And I know some other people do feel similar like this. Making videos is a little bit more hard work, a little bit more. I mean, not hard work, a little bit more harder than actual streaming. And from what I can at least say, I will agree with that. Because I mean, at least obviously in stream, mistakes can happen. But obviously, when it's an actual video, you cannot have any mistakes. You always have to like go back and forth, make sure that like the video's properly. You don't miss anything, and that can take up to hours or even days to even make. At least from what I believe is what it will. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what that's kind of the reason why I've done more. Hold on, sorry about that, guys. Okay, that's kind of why I've done a lot more. I mean, that's why I mostly do streaming for one reason. And I'm kind of getting off topic here, which I apologize for everyone. Um, but yeah, I know I have a lot to improve on in terms of like these discussion streams, and I do appreciate the feedback regardless. And but even if you do at least watch any of them, whether it's in the past, in the future. I do hope at least some way it'll give you all some type of like general knowledge about these conditions, and pretty much just like a good overview of them. And if at least one person, and they have already, a lot of people some people have already told me that they've benefited from this, and that's satisfactory for me, honestly. That's another main reason why I wanted to discuss this in the first place. Also because I wanted to try and bring some awareness to mental health, because again it really does. Um, I really do support it to a very good extent, and I do hope that in some way it does help others when they're going through a tough time, or they have questions regarding something that they might be going through. Well, then that is for them. Which, even though I'm not giving medical advice, obviously, that's kind of why I added those descriptions. After all, but still, kind of give at least like a general community awareness, if that makes sense. That's why I did those in the first place. But if that does help out, then that's good enough for me. I'm satisfied enough with that, and honestly, I'm very glad that I was able to to at least do this with you all. Um, and that I'm really glad to at least do that. Share with y'all what I've learned as we go along too. Um, and I do hope to improve though in the future, in terms of that. But yes, I've sometimes I hear sometimes I get feedback with that, and I do appreciate it. Um, and I can't thank y'all enough for that support. Something I never thought I actually do, but at least I have some of that support through that, and I do appreciate it. So next, I don't think there's anything else I want to say about abnormal psychology. Um, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it as far as like as far as like abnormal psychology for now, guys. When I go into a nursing program, there will be a semester where we do cover something that's called mental health nursing, and I'm not sure if it will. I mean, I'm guessing kind of by like how the name describes the subject or the class. I'm pretty sure it may like tie into abnormal psychology. Okay, sorry. So I may actually come back to that what is it to that discussion um, in the long run. But maybe like towards the nursing side. Because remember this what I've been kind of talking about is just like from the psychological perspective. We have not really gone over as far as like specific medications that you give for specific disorders. We have not talked about actual like communicating with patients when you're giving treatment regarding that. We've not gone over like some of the I guess you can say like barriers that nurses do with mental health patients and all that stuff. Yeah, it's definitely for more towards the nursing side. What we've talked about is more from a psychological side. Um, so definitely, while some stuff may interlap, um, there'll be some specific things for nurses that we will cover, or hopefully I do want to cover, that will be applied to nurses only. But still, I will try to obviously make it like a general community thing. That way, y'all will learn some stuff as well for yourselves too. Let me double check. Sorry about that, guys. But all that good stuff. Let's see. But yeah, um, yeah, that's my goals for that. But as far as like abnormal psychology as a whole, we are done. I've taught. I mean, I've said. I mean, I've explained everything I wanted to explain at least. And I'm happy for that. Now, um, I think that's about it. Yeah, because I don't have anything else to say about that. Now, going into what I want to do next in terms of discussions, that is really going to be interesting to see, or I'm not sure where to go with next. There is different things I could do for next semester, which, by the way, guys, this will probably be like the last actual discussion stream until January at least. I may have like some like 1 or 2 day streams regarding, because I do still need to do my collection for Nintendo and PlayStation. I need to finish that off. So I may actually continue to do that, especially since we're towards the end of the year. I need to, now we're kind of towards the end of the year. It's a perfect time to show off the kind of show you all my collection in terms of like Switch and Nintendo and PlayStation. So I may do those type of streams at least during the day. As far as like actual discussion streams, like like this, yeah, we're done. We're done for now. And we're pretty good. Um, but yeah, so for next time, oh, the next thing that at least I want to do in terms of discussion is, I don't know. And the thing is, it can go into two ways, and it really depends on what college or university will accept me. And I haven't really done like an update in terms of like my nursing school in a while. I just kind of mentioned this briefly on and off stream, but it really does depend on what university accepts me. If it's the first one, which I'm hoping they do, there won't be any discussions next semester as far as like anything medical related, like specifically, um, because it's more of a because both applications I've done, it's not until next fall. So yeah, next semester, if the first university accepts me, there won't be anything else for me to discuss. There was something that I do want to do, but I'm not sure if y'all may be up for it. And that is more about music. And I know it's really like different than gaming, obviously, and even I guess the nursing side. But it does the music that I want to share. It really does connect a lot with mental health as well. Or it does have some type of like aspect, towards mental health as well. At the very least, some of the artists that I listen to. So if y'all want to if y'all want to see that, let me know. I wouldn't mind actually doing that. It'll be a fun stream either way too. Kind of going to like once a week, like all the artists that I want to share. Maybe showing you like some of like the collectibles that I do have of each artist. And just talking about them in general, kind of like raise awareness. Well, not raise awareness, but kind of like give also music recommendations in general. And just to see how that works out. Maybe something y'all might be interested in. But yeah, let me know about that. I think that'd be very interesting to do. Um, but it also be kind of fun. I mean, why not? Actually, it would be also a very fun stream to do. I mean, unfortunately, I won't be able to like obviously play music regarding that artist, but I definitely do want. I mean, at least I'll be able to talk about them and kind of show why they impact me in this way or some other stuff. But I mean that's kind of like that's kind of a suggestion out there. If y'all are interested in that. But yeah, let me know. Let me know if y'all want to see that one. In case if the first university does accept me. Now, if the second one does accept me, then yeah, we may not be doing that. Instead, we may be doing an actual nursing, like a first actual nursing. What is it? Discussion. And the reason why is because if the second university does accept me, um, they will. I'm sorry. I'll be doing a class kind of like a pre-nursing class, you can say, and they basically talk about like the basics of nursing. Kind of like talking about like what a nurse is, what do they do, the roles of a nurse, responsibilities, sometimes like a little bit of the laws, the you know what is like some of the basic, well, not procedures because that's more like into the actual patient interactions, but kind of stuff like what nurses do, the step, kind of like the routes, procedures, laws, guidelines, all that, it sounds maybe a little bit interesting. I mean, maybe not the most funnest subject than abnormal psychology, but it does kind of still go into like everyday, you know, so at least some way. I'll try to think of maybe doing like an everyday thing that people will use, hopefully. I mean, yeah, maybe I could explain like what nurses really do. Maybe there's some things that not everyone knows that registered nurses do, or because there's also nurse practitioners, there's also CNAs, certified nurse assistants, there's LVNs, licensed vocational nurses, there is even doctorate degree nurses, and there's an open field to what nurses can really do. So So if we do that, that will probably be our first actual nursing related discussion subject, or series, yeah, series of discussions. So I think that will, I mean, that'll obviously fit the channel, but again, we'll see what happens. It really does depend on whether or not if the first or second university does accept me, whichever one does come first. And I'm sorry, guys, I keep getting a lot of notifications over here. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, yeah, definitely excited to see what what that is all about. If I do start next semester, and we'll see from there. But regarding that, yeah, we'll see what happens. It's more of just like a, we'll see what we'll you know kind of just talk about a little bit of next semester already, and we'll see about that. But besides that, that's pretty much it. Again, I mean, there really wasn't much to show. I mean, like I said, I've learned a lot through this semester through abnormal psychology. I've kind of gotten like more of a general, well, not general, but more of a detailed understanding of why some people may act the way they do. I kind of learned more about why each condition is important to address as much as possible. Why we should raise awareness, and I kind of learned why it was made me feel good to kind of do these discussions in the first place. And I do hope at least some people do benefit from them. Um, but yeah, I feel it was a pretty good semester overall. Again, it really did open my mind towards more mental health in a way, and I honestly do hope that it will benefit people in the future regarding these streams. I may come back to this. I may like redo them, maybe a little bit more professionally when I do learn at that point in time. But for now, we'll leave it like this. We'll leave this discussions the way it is. I'm gonna leave them up. So if anyone ever wants to reference back to them, feel free to do so. I do already have a playlist. If you haven't checked out my playlists, I'm pretty organized in terms of like, what goes which goes which. So yeah, I'm pretty organized in terms of like the games, the discussions, and even the even the random stuff that I do share. Which by the way, I may do like I wonder if I can do like a topic section, like a topic categories. For example, like one like thing will be like discussions, and one will be games, and then like from there the they can like it'll like decrease and like more specifics, like you want abnormal psychology, you want pharmacology, which is medicine, you want patients, or if you want to go into the game section, do you want Super Mario Party? I mean, not Mario Party. Mario Kart 8. All like I'm kind of wondering if I can do that. I'll look more into that. At least that way it can be a little bit more organized from there. Let me see. I think that's about it, guys. Really, I mean, like I mentioned, it was gonna be. It was gonna be a really short stream. I really don't have much else to say besides that. Again, it's been fun. I've learned a lot more this semester, and I hope it does help. I hope it has helped you all as well. And I generally hope that in the future we can continue this, and just have different discussions. Because I mean, and I know this isn't really like a lot popular with I know the gaming community, or my gaming subscribers, which I know. And I totally understand that. I know you're probably a lot more here for gaming, and I do stream a lot more games. Than actual like these discussion videos, but I'm trying to do like more. I'm trying to do like and I'm not sure if I did describe this when the new subs came in, but my main purpose is to like do both nursing and gaming at the same time. So and I do hope to gain some of the medical subscribers eventually, but we'll see about that when time does tell. But yeah, I kind of do these again as general health general health community discussion, and kind of like fits, kind of do a little bit more what my channel name is supposed to mean, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of why I try to do these discussions as well in the same time. But yeah, but I think that is really about it, guys. Again, pretty short, I know. Probably the shortest one you'll ever see within this discussion this discussion topics. But I just want to take the time to reflect this semester. And which actually I guess one thing I will say also is that the one that really was more difficult for me was suicide. um, and yeah, if you check out that stream, it really was kind of emotional. I never really thought from the examples and from like some of the things that they talked about, what I learned. That was a little bit hard hitting and hard to discuss, but and then for people who watch that stream, they understand what I mean by that. But yeah, it really was one of the most hardest topics for me to go over. But of course, as a nurse, as a future medical professional, we have to go through, talk about that because it is part of the, whole medical aspect. Um, but yeah, it was something that definitely was one of the toughest things I talked about. But I'm glad we went through it, and we talked about it, and hopefully that does raise awareness on suicide in general. But okay, guys, I think that is about it. Yeah, I really don't have anything else to say. If anyone ever does have any questions regarding like anything abnormal psychology, feel free to let me know in the comments, or I mean, comments at this point because I won't be live streaming any of these anymore. Um, and I'll try and get back to you. If you have any general questions. But again, I don't give medical advice, obviously. But if you have any like educational purpose questions regarding any of the topics that I've gone over, feel free to comment. Let me know, and we'll see. I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible with that. But anyway, yeah, I will keep this book. I generally do keep like all the medical books that I do like learn about. Only because I feel like I can actually reference them in the future when I ever do need it. Because for example, I have like all my other psychology books that I from previous semesters. Like I do have behavior modification, lifespan. I do even have like my anatomy and physiology book. So yeah, I do tend to keep those as for reference in the future. So yeah. If anyone does have any questions, don't hesitate. I'm always happy to answer them back, and always be happy to answer anything that y'all have to ask. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's about it. Again, this was abnormal psychology. We done 11, but yeah, we done 11 streams. Overall in abnormal psychology, through each week. But it's been really fun. It's been as far as like first discussion based series. I am pretty proud of what I've created. Again, there's still some work to be done for that to kind of make it more. I guess you can say more easier for y'all to maybe like we see it and maybe not be too long as I hope it as I don't want it to be. But as the first I'm pretty happy with with what we've gone through. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's it for abnormal psychology, guys. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed the series. Again, if you want to check them out, they'll be in the playlist. Each discussion from the beginning to now, they'll be there. And yeah, hopefully you do learn some more stuff in the future. If you do watch them again, or if new people do watch them. But anyway, guys, yeah, that was about it. That's all I gotta say for now. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the series. And yeah, for those of you who are new, yes, I do. I do these discussions, but hopefully you all will enjoy them in the future. But yeah, as far as going next, it'll be either regarding the music or probably the beginning to nursing classes. So we'll see about that. But hopefully we'll find out what we'll probably by the end of December at least. We'll see what will happen, what kind of discussions I'll be doing next month. Regarding that. But anyway, guys, hopefully you all enjoyed this series. Hopefully you enjoyed this ending video. Again, just want to do an overview video of like stuff that we learned, stuff that was a little bit difficult. Why I did this in the first place. I mean, and I will say there was another reason why I did this discussion in the first place. Although that is a little bit more personal, and I probably won't share that for quite a long time. But yeah, I mean, I do feel satisfied that I did this, and you know, I'm really happy that I did create this series for you all. But yeah, guys, hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you do like this specific video, though, definitely leave a like. Definitely leave a like. I would definitely appreciate it. If you want to see, more, again, there's a playlist for it in the channel. If you want to subscribe to catch future discussions I'll do until next month, feel free to subscribe. And of course, social media links also down below. That way you can catch future, updates I do. I did talk a little bit more about Watam after yesterday's experience on my social media. Definitely was definitely a bit different, but I'll talk about that in tonight's gaming stream. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed this series. But again, this is the final video for abnormal psychology, for a while at least. But hopefully you all liked it, and definitely I will see you all tonight for another gaming stream. Which tonight we're going to be doing again Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy for the Switch. So I look forward to continuing that with y'all, and yeah. But that's pretty much it for now, guys. Hopefully y'all, again, hope you all have a good rest of the day, and I will see you all in the next live stream, which is tonight. But for now, guys, bye.
Are you all my personal dreams?